Live from the Superior Dome in Marquette, the 2024 Mid-Year Commencement Exercises of Northern Michigan University. Graduating students and faculty are marching into Northern Michigan University's Superior Dome to the strains of Edward Elgar's Pomp and Circumstance. Dr. Stephen Riley conducting the NMU Symphonic Band. The commencement speaker for today is NMU faculty member Dr. Matthew Jennings, Assistant Professor of Clinical Science. Dr. Jennings will also be the recipient of the Student Choice Award. Graduating senior Ms. Susanna Gwynn from Marquette, Michigan, has been selected to be the student commencement speaker.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 2024 mid-year commencement. Welcome as well to viewers of WNMU Public Television, Channel 13, and those joining us across the country and around the world through our online streaming service. Today, we'll honor over 500 graduates and their accomplishments. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge that our university is located on the ancestral homelands of the Anishinaabe Three Fires Confederacy of Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi peoples. And we honor the indigenous members of our community. To begin our ceremony and to recognize our graduates, we welcome the Teal Lake Singers, who will perform an honor song. If you are able, please stand during the honor song. may be seated. So I'm going to take this moment to speak directly to our graduates. Graduates of Northern Michigan University, we are so proud of you for everything you've done and for this accomplishment. Please accept this gigantic round of applause solely in recognition of you and this day. And at this time, I'm going to ask all of us to rise again, in body or spirit, as you're able, as NMU's ROTC Color Guard will now present the colors, followed by our vocalist, Cassidy Bush, as she leads us in the singing of our national anthem. And as you stand, gentlemen, if you'll please remove your hats. Thank you, Cassidy. Would all, except for our veterans, please be seated. To our veterans, Northern Michigan University and all those in attendance would like to thank you for your service and to salute you at this time. Please be seated. Marked by dignity, respect, and honor, commencement is a time of celebration, a time to recognize the accomplishments of our students and to formally confer upon them the degrees they have earned. Graduates, this is an important event for you. It's an important event for members of your family, to our faculty, and to the entire university. It's also a time to recognize the others who have strengthened the university in its services to our students. I would like to introduce some stage dignitaries at this time. I'll ask that they stand for just a brief moment as I call their names. And would you please hold your applause until everyone's been introduced. First, our NMU Board of Trustees. Mr. Steve Young, Chair. Miss Lisa Fatante. Miss Missy Holmquist. Miss Bridget LaPointe Dunham. Mr. Steve Lindberg. Mr. Greg Sepinen. Mr. Greg Toutant. And other stage dignitaries. Dr. Jamie Crabb, Associate Professor of Nursing and Chair of the NMU Academic Senate. Ms. Rhea Deaver, Vice President of People, Culture, and Well-Being. Mr. Gavin Leach, Vice President of Finance and Administration and Treasurer to the Board of Trustees. And Dr. Leslie Warren, Dean of the Library and Instructional Support. Others on stage you'll meet during the ceremony, but please at this time let's give our dignitaries a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to invite the chair of the NMU Board of Trustees, Steve Young, to offer some remarks to our graduates.
Thank you, President Tessman, and good morning, Wildcats. I'm Steve Young, and on behalf of the NMU Board of Trustees, it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 2024 mid-year commencement ceremony. To our graduating class of Wildcats, congratulations. What a journey you've been on to get here today. You worked hard to have the opportunity to walk across the stage in a few minutes. As our student commencement speaker, Susanna Gwynn, said in a recent article, quote, "To get to graduation means we have all persevered, and that should be absolutely celebrated." Well put, Susanna. We commend each of you for your perseverance and savor this moment. I also want to recognize and thank our outstanding faculty, staff, and administrators. You have presented us yet another outstanding graduating class. Talk about a winning streak. Thank you. To the parents, spouses, partners, family members, and friends of our graduating Wildcats, congratulations and welcome to you as well. Thank you for entrusting us with the critical job of educating your loved one. This is an important job and one we do not take lightly. And we must be doing something right because this year marks the 125th anniversary of us educating students. Now ask our graduating class of Wildcats to think back to when you first stepped foot on campus or entered that online classroom. It's very likely you were a little anxious, and that's completely normal. And you might feel a little anxiousness today as you think about what lies ahead, and that's normal too. However, this time, you are a Wildcat and you are prepared. So in closing, we ask all of our graduates to go forward, to be doers, to be solvers, to be leaders, but don't be strangers. Come back and see us once in a while. Again, on behalf of the NMU Board of Trustees, welcome everyone and enjoy this special day. Thank you, and go Cats!
Thank you, Chair Young, and I agree with so much of what you just shared. Today is about our graduates, but it's important to formally recognize others who've made today possible. It's in particular a special day for the excellent faculty and staff of Northern Michigan University. Our faculty and staff are the ones who are responsible for the high-quality programs we offer. It's the faculty and staff who play a constant and profound role in the lives of our students. So at this time, I'd ask our faculty, our staff, emeriti faculty and staff from Northern Michigan University, if you're present, please stand and allow us to recognize you. Thanks, you may be seated. Graduates, your accomplishments recognized here today would not be possible. I know you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It would not be possible without the love, support, and guidance of those who are here to share in your proud accomplishment. So would parents, spouses, partners, significant others, and children of our graduates please rise so that we can recognize your contribution to today. And one last one, because the circle of support runs wide here. I'm sure there are many proud grandparents, aunties, uncles, other family members and friends who are here today who are also essential in making the success of our graduates possible. So if any extended family or friends are here, I'd ask that you all rise and be thanked for your support. I really believe that things start and end at Northern with our students. And so it's a great pleasure for me to be able to welcome our Associate Vice President of Northern Student Experience, Jeff Corpy, to the podium to introduce our student speaker.
Good morning. Susanna Gwynn is a Marquette native and spent most of her childhood traveling the country by RV and living in both the Sonoran Desert and the North Carolina Piedmont. Susanna came to NMU in the fall of 2022 as a transfer student. Susanna's father, David, earned his Master's of Science in Nursing at NMU, and after a lifetime of hearing how much her father enjoyed Northern, Susanna was confident she would be in good hands here. Susanna's favorite experience during her time at NMU has been working in the Nursing Technology Center, or the NTC, on campus. As a student employee, Susanna helped set up all of the labs and simulations for the 200 students in the program. Susanna was promoted to lead clerical supervisor due to her excellent job performance. In that role, she created all media and informational materials distributed from the NTC for the College of Nursing and led all other NTC employees in the setup of the labs and simulations. When asked what makes NMU special, Susanna stated, "The professors. They truly care about their students, both inside and outside of the classroom. At Northern, you're not just encouraged, but celebrated to be more than one thing." I actually had to edit my remarks today because this morning I learned that last evening, Susanna received the Clerical Excellence Award from the College of Nursing for utilizing excellent judgment and demonstrating outstanding leadership in and out of the classroom. It doesn't end there. I also learned that just yesterday afternoon, Susanna received a job offer to work as a registered nurse in the intensive care unit here in Marquette. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Susanna Gwynn as the December 2024 Student Commencement Speaker. Susanna?
Hi, Mom. Members of the Board of Trustees, President Tessman, faculty, staff, family, and friends, guests, to the best nursing cohort in the history of Northern, to my Public Eye News family, and to my fellow graduates. What does it mean to be Northern? What does it mean to have the Northern experience? These are the words that I have seen embossed on much of the branding that I have received in my mailbox and my inbox, on TV, and all over YouTube and Instagram. Ask any Wildcat on campus how it feels to be a Wildcat, and you'd get wildly different answers. Although I am a born Yooper and Marquette native, and I wear that title so proudly, my journey to Northern has been quite unique. Throughout my childhood, I was privileged to spend much of it traveling with my parents and my 3 younger sisters in an RV. I have lived in both the Sonoran Desert of Arizona and the North Carolina Piedmont before coming to Northern as a transfer student in fall 2022. I arrived with the goals of completing the last of my prerequisite courses and being admitted to the College of Nursing. Spoiler alert, I got in. I vividly remember running around semi-panicked in the weeks and days before, making sure that I had my student ID, and I didn't look terrible in the picture. I had my parking pass, and I could even figure out what rooms my classes would be held in. Well, time has certainly flown for me from that first day until now. While brainstorming potential themes for this commencement speech, I'll admit that I was stuck. How could I possibly articulate a well-organized, fresh, funny, and memorable speech, inclusive of all graduates at all levels and of all of their own experiences in less than 5 minutes? Totally easy peasy, no problem. In lieu of using complex medical terms or nursing scenarios, I opted for something that far more people may be familiar with, the 1996 cult classic film Fight Club. Or rather, a quote from the author of Fight Club, Chuck Palahniuk. In one of his other publications, entitled Invisible Monsters, he states the following: "Nothing of me is original. I am a combined effort of everyone I have ever known." To me, this quote symbolizes that each of us is similar to a stained glass window, or like the colorful stones that glitter underneath the waves on the greatest of Great Lakes. Each shard of glass or tiny piece of sediment is entirely unique, formed in a crucible of heat and pressure over the passing of time. Or in our case as graduates, as we have been formed in the crucibles of exams, assignments, internships, campus activities, and for me and a bunch of my nursing friends, very, very early mornings at Nursing Clinical. Each tiny fragment is representative of all of our experiences, the combined efforts, both positive and negative, that have colored our own lives and perceptions of the world. The end result of all those tiny fragments of glass being soldered together creates a beautiful image. The glittering rocks come to rest as a beautiful and solid foundation for all marine life on the lake. Now, I would argue that we too, as graduates, should view ourselves as way more than the sum of our parts. We are works of art too, for the very fact that we have endured. In a much more scientifically based approach, but in the same vein, nursing pun intended, Sir Isaac Newton, who is credited as the father of gravity, states that if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. For context, Sir Newton was referring to how we should acknowledge the efforts of those who have come before us and build upon them. The giants that you have stood on to wear your caps and gowns today may have been the sacrifices of your parents, meeting the most incredible friends, or by having professors and mentors who have helped you and advocated for you to stand in places you would have never thought possible. It is only through each unique combination of our personal experiences, acknowledging the support of our own giants, and having persevered that we are all gathered here today. So I ask you again, what does it mean to be Northern? What does it mean to have the Northern experience? It means that we have been given the opportunity to expand our horizons beyond what we had ever dreamed. It means the freedom to be beautiful and unique, just as you are, to be celebrated. At NMU, there is a place for everyone, Whether you think of yourself as a beautiful and illuminating stained glass window, or even just a really shiny rock getting bumped along in the current, I urge all of us to go forward bravely. Give yourselves permission to try. And when you reflect back on all of the challenges you have already overcome, take heart and take courage. All that is left now is to turn our eyes toward the boundless possibilities that unfurl before us as we turn over our tassels and walk across this very stage to meet them. Northern Michigan University, class of fall 2024, congratulations. You all are awesome, and we did it!
Thank you, Susanna. We're so proud to have you as a graduate and thrilled to be staying in Marquette to start your career. We're going to move from one outstanding individual to another because now we will confer the degree honoris causa, our honorary degree, as recommended by the Honorary Degree Selection Committee and approved by the Faculty and Board of Trustees. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Anne Dahlman, will present the candidate for the honorary degree. A full citation is printed in your program. Provost Dahlman.
President Tessman, I have the privilege to present Ms. Frida Vara to receive an honorary degree. Ms. Frida Vara, also known as Mutsi, which translates as the cool grandma, NMU class of 1977. You are a distinguished business leader, communication specialist, global adventurer, and community servant. You have spent your life helping individuals, businesses, and organizations succeed and creating and sharing the stories that support people, places, and the human endeavor. We thank you for your many contributions to the Upper Peninsula and all of the organizations and events with which you share your time and talent, in particular those that work to protect one of our area's greatest assets, Lake Superior. We also recognize your bold spirit of adventure demonstrated by your expeditions to the North and South Poles and your dedication to causes that support women and children locally and around the world. Northern Michigan University celebrates your business acumen, commitment to community, and numerous professional and lifetime achievements. You are a true symbol of Sisu, guts and perseverance. And we proudly present you with the honorary degree, Doctor of Business, Dr. Frida Vara.
By the authority of the Board of Trustees of Northern Michigan University, I confer upon you the degree, Doctor of Business, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Ms. Dana Hinckley, the President of the Associated Students of Northern Michigan University, our student government, will now introduce our Students' Choice Award recipient and today's commencement speaker.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, President Tessman. And I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Matthew Jennings. You are already standing, that's great. The Student's Choice Award is a very special honor. It's unique because it recognizes the faculty who matter the most. It recognizes those who go above and beyond and who genuinely care about their students and form meaningful connections with them to inspire their futures. I can tell you with full confidence that Dr. Jennings was chosen for just those reasons and more. He is an associate professor of the School of Clinical Sciences and is the laboratory director of the Upper Michigan Brain Tumor Center. Through these roles at NMU, Dr. Jennings has a profound impact on those around him. One of his students shared that Dr. Jennings has changed the trajectory of their academic journey and ultimately their career goals by guiding them to discover their true passion. Because of him, this student now plans to pursue a master's degree in biology. This is what education is all about, helping students discover their passion and giving them the confidence to pursue their dreams. Not only is Dr. Jennings an inspiration to his students, but he is also a standout leader in his field. His dedication to research and teaching truly embodies the spirit of a wildcat. The best professors, in my opinion, are the ones who make you want to learn more and who make you feel like there's no such thing as a dumb question. That is Dr. Jennings. Dr. Jennings, congratulations. I invite you to make your remarks now.
Wow, that was an incredibly nice introduction. Thank you, Dana. It's greatly appreciated. It's a great honor to stand before you today. As Dana had indicated, my name is Matt Jennings. I'm in the School of Clinical Sciences, and I'm the lab director for the Upper Michigan Brain Tumor Center. I've had the privilege of being part of Northern Michigan for about 9 years now. I started in the fall of 2016. My journey is really what I want to talk about today, so I've got, in theory, should be imparting some sort of knowledge onto you guys, so I'd like to share some life experiences and provide some sort of recommendations for you as you move forward from today. So I have a pretty non-traditional role, non-traditional route to get to where I am at Northern Michigan. I spent about 12 years in biotech, pharmaceutical, clinical spaces prior to going back for my PhD and then graduating from Penn State University with a biochemistry, molecular biology degree, and then coming here to Northern soon thereafter. So it's really these experiences that have prepared me for this talk today, and so I'd like to share some of those experiences with you. So first and foremost, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. This is an incredible achievement, and it's something that you should take immense pride in reaching this significant milestone. So congratulations. As I stand here today, I must admit that I'm filled with a sense of nervousness, perhaps even more than I expected as I stand here in front of 1,000 people. If this was never on my bucket list, I have a long bucket list of things to complete. Public speaking in front of 1,000 people is not even on the list. So this is absolutely mortifying for me, but thank you for your patience. I've been thinking about my college career 30-some years ago, to be conservative. I had to take a public speaking course, and to the students out there, this graduating class, have you ever been in a situation where you've uttered the phrase, "Why do I need to know this? I'm never going to do this in my life"? By a show of hands, how many people have said that? Yes, every one of you, exactly right. So I'm proof positive that I should have paid a lot more attention in public speaking class. Okay, so here I am today. So the skills that you acquire throughout your college career, you will use them. It is inevitable, and I am proof positive that it does happen. So in preparing for this speech, there was a lot of self-reflection, and so with these thoughts, I'd like to share with you. So humor and sarcasm tend to be my primary modes of communication. So when I first learned that I was selected for this award, it was a very humbling experience, and there was a lot of research involved with me because I had to figure out who Dana was. Was this a real invitation? At first, I was not fully convinced. It was a heck of a surprise, and it really, when I read the nomination, it really hit home with me. So I greatly appreciate the nomination, greatly appreciate the award, and it really is the most highest significance to a faculty member to receive this award, so thank you very much. As I stand before you, I'm reminded that I should offer some words of wisdom as you embark on the next chapters of your lives. I'm sure you're all tired of hearing from the old people, but I'm going to give you a couple more minutes of wisdom here. So first off, a few life lessons that I'd like you guys to all walk away with at the end of the day. Really 3 principles. Create your own opportunities, take advantage of those opportunities, and then share those experiences with others. Okay? So the first lesson I want to share, make your own opportunities. Never hesitate to ask questions. Today might seem like the culmination of years of hard work, and it is, but it's nowhere near the end of your journey. In fact, it's just the beginning. The degree you will receive in a few moments is the key to the next stage of your lives. If you don't know exactly where you are or where that leads you, don't worry, I'm still working on it too. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up either. So it's perfectly normal. I certainly didn't have it all together when I was in your shoes a while back. But one thing I learned is that the opportunities often come when you least expect them. So for me specifically, during my second senior year, I went home the week before my finals to get away from the normal college distractions. And I went to listen to a talk at a local conservation station. The speech was given by Dr. Clyde Golden. He's from the Academy of Natural Sciences in Philadelphia. And at the time, or he still is, one of the world's leading limnologists. And he was one of the first people to really identify climate change and really identify how climate change affects permafrost. And so during his talk, I got really interested in the work he was doing and decided, I'm going to go introduce myself to this guy and see if he needs help. And he was going to Mongolia later that summer. So I jokingly, half-heartedly said, hey, do you need help this summer? And 10 days later, I went back to school, took my finals. 10 days later, I'm standing in Mongolia performing the research with him. So my reason in telling you this is always ask the questions. If someone says no, you're going to be right where you were 30 seconds ago, and it's not a big deal. So create your own opportunities. Second, seize those opportunities when they arise. Those opportunities come your way relatively infrequently. Life is not always easy, and mistakes are inevitable. Please learn from them. However, each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. The decisions that you make now, based on the information you have right now, will always shape your future. In my own journey, the experience I've gained in various professional industries have proven invaluable. And prior to this past month or so, I didn't realize how much I actually relied on them. So don't shy away from taking risks, stepping out of your comfort zone. Again, I'm well outside my comfort zone. For me, this opportunity arrived with the Upper Michigan Brain Tumor Center. I had worked with the UMBTC for about 5 years, and then ended up becoming the lab director for the Brain Tumor Center. It's been a very fruitful experience for myself. I've learned a lot, primarily coming from the students. So for all the professional and graduate training that I've ever accumulated, none of them were cancer specific. And so it's all those skills that you learn throughout your entire life that end up qualifying you for future positions. The truth is, I never performed cancer research. The training I received provided me that skill set, and for the past 3 or 4 years, I've been working in that capacity. Your degree is the ticket to your next adventure, where doors will open that you could have never imagined. Share your knowledge and experiences. Lastly, as you move forward in your careers, remember to share your experiences with others. Each of you has a unique set of experiences and insights that can help others. I've always enjoyed having conversations with students about their career options, and I encourage you to do the same. We all learn from each other, and it's through collaboration and mentorship that we truly make a lasting impact. The degree that's being conferred to you this weekend does not define you, but is a step towards your professional and personal growth. In working with the students, the nuts and bolts of lecture, the experimental design, while obviously of obvious importance, it's really not how these relationships are built. It's the knowledge and developing those relationships that are equally, if not more, important. The path that brought me to NMU is one that was shaped by moments where I asked simple questions and took relatively bold steps. Those early experiences, including the summer in Mongolia, opened doors that I would never have imagined. My second, my third job interviews were basically, they told me during the interview process, we just wanted to talk to the guy who went to Mongolia. So it's taking advantage of those opportunities. Embrace them. Don't forget to pass the knowledge that you've gained to others. In my view, that's truly the essence of education, learning from your experiences and sharing that wisdom with others. So as I conclude, I urge you to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and enjoy the ride. Your journey is just beginning. Congratulations once again, and best of luck to all of you.
Congratulations, Dr. Jennings. And because this award is an award given by the students, because I know some of the previous award recipients. In my time here, Dr. Diana Lafferty, Dr. Stacy Boyer-Davis, I really consider this award to be one of the most prestigious awards that a faculty member at Northern Michigan University can receive. So congratulations again, Matt. Okay, now graduates, this is the part that I think you've been waiting for. Your family's been waiting for it. Friends and others who are here in attendance have been waiting for it. It's the conferring of the degrees. I'll welcome Provost Dahlman back to the lectern.
President Tessman, the deans of the colleges will join me in presenting the candidates for the graduate and undergraduate degrees. Please let me introduce the deans and the degree candidates. Dr. Lisa Eckert, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and Research. At this time, would the candidates for the graduate degrees please stand and remain standing? Dr. Rob Wynn, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. At this time, candidates of the undergraduate degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences, please stand. Professor Carol Johnson, Dean of the College of Business. College of Business candidates for the undergraduate degrees, please stand. Dr. Liz Vorinen, Interim Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Professional Studies. Health Sciences and Professional Studies undergraduate degree candidates, please stand. Dr. Steve van den Avond, Associate Provost and Dean of the College of Technology and Occupational Sciences. Degree candidates of the College of Technology and Occupational Sciences, please stand. President Tessman, these candidates have met all of the requirements for their respective degrees and have been approved by the faculty. The deans and I present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Thank you, Provost Dahlman. By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon you, each of you, the appropriate degree, the requirements of which you have fulfilled, and I do hereby vest each of you with the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, some of you may know there's a long-standing tradition in academia for graduates to move their tassel from the right side to the left side. You get to do that. Graduates, at this time, I invite you to flip your tassel from the right to the left. Mr. Mike Settles from Public TV 13 and a producer and host will now read the names of the graduates as they receive their diploma covers. Graduates, we're going to take your picture, so if you're willing, a friendly reminder, don't forget to stop, do a quick handshake, and smile. Will the candidates for the degrees please come forward?
Graduates of NMU's global campus are students who have completed their degrees entirely online. While several Global Campus graduates have traveled to Marquette to walk in today's ceremony, we would like to take this time to salute those Global Campus graduates who could not be here, but who wanted to participate. College of Graduate Studies and Research, Master of Education, April Cray, J.C. McGinnis, Sharon Parsons, Zechariah Ramey, Tracy Weber. Education Specialist, Kimberly Jasper. College of Arts and Sciences, Associate of Science, Corey Long. Mariana Trejo. Bachelor of Science, Olivia Coonan, Aaron Williams. College of Health Sciences and Professional Studies, Bachelor of Science, Magdalene Bates, Stephanie Curtis, Stacy Ensley, Danielle Lance, Elizabeth McClellan, Shannon Strong Jones, Ashley Susick, Kyle Wheeler. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Danielle Brandenburg. College of Technology and Occupational Sciences, Bachelor of Science, Jake Taylor. And now, for those who are with us today, College of Graduate Studies and Research, Master of Arts, Brooke Bunting. Jessica Laxo. Master of Arts in Education, Travis Ash. Christopher Barron, Jr. Daniela Eagle. Samuel Galvin. Courtney Hansen. Melanie Hargraves. Valeria Harris Carter. Carissa Leipel. Megan Mayatek. Amanda Neuenschwander. Nikki Pfluger. Andrew Poyer. Andrea Ragatsky. Miranda Rose. Rachel Westman. Master of Business Administration, Haley Hart. Ricky Lancaster, Jr. Kelly Lenahan. Rebecca Miller. Ashley Olexi. Justin Sheets. Master of Science, Skylar Korf. Paul Riley Richter. Master of Interdisciplinary Study, Leah Bell. College of Arts and Sciences, Associate of Arts, Rachel Jenkins, honor. Ryder Long, honor. Associate of Science, Zoe Charnas. Macy Dove. Cassidy Cruckton. Brandon Nickel. Haley Peranles. Kylie Stoik, honor. Mitchell Tower. Bachelor of Arts, Molly Birch, cum laude. Gabriel Demler, magna cum laude. Emmeline Hertkers, summa cum laude. Jennifer Jerome, summa cum laude. Grace Leslie, magna cum laude. Ryan Lund. John DeLa Schertz. Ethan McNeil. Bryce Matson. Alexander Ninocorp, magna cum laude. Simon Sauger, summa cum laude. Lauren Whitman. Bachelor of Fine Arts, Lucas Quinteros, cum laude. Bachelor of Music Education, James Wynn, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Science, Spencer Adamson. Kelly Ahern. Samantha Antonich. Emma Armstrong, cum laude. Addison Bailey, cum laude. Kaylee Bears, summa cum laude. Adam Baston. Jordan Beebe, summa cum laude. Caitlin Bell, cum laude. Claudine Bellett, magna cum laude. Grace Beaver. Ryan Bishop, magna cum laude. Megan Blisner, summa cum laude. Alexandria Bournonville, cum laude. Tyler Brady, cum laude. William Branch II. Jasmine Bullard. Mary Burns, cum laude. Emmy Burrow. Nicole Cash, cum laude. Gabriel Salello, cum laude. Donovan Chalker. Elizabeth Chamberlain, cum laude. Jason Coulter. Abigail Dawson, magna cum laude. Grace Damer, magna cum laude. Hannah Delvo. Lindsay DeWeird. Daisy Dobis. Rebecca Dukas. Alexander Eldridge. Remington Emilian. Alyssa Estrada, magna cum laude. Paige Farman, cum laude. Julia Fleury. Emily Erickson, magna cum laude. William Fordyce. Maya Fox, cum laude. Aaron Fragel. Talia Georgilos. Jonah Gillespie, cum laude. Kesa Golachner, cum laude. Skylar Grubb, magna cum laude. Ayana Haggerty. Jared Harper. Brooke Holtz, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Howers, magna cum laude. Mary Heising. Alyssa Ingrodi. Gianna Ayuni, cum laude. Noah Johnson, magna cum laude. Raven Johnson, summa cum laude. Timothy Johnson Thompson. Robert Jolie. Lily Julian, summa cum laude. Harrison Kemp. Keali Keololo. Samantha Keys, summa cum laude. Leslie Kobasic, summa cum laude. Ashley Cook, magna cum laude. Rachel Laylaw, cum laude. Austin Lee. Jenna Leo. Trevor Lewis. Serena Manet. Caleb Manville, cum laude. Brandon McLuhan. Chet McDougall. Isabella Majishik, summa cum laude. Cassandra McGregor, cum laude. Olivia Mullimans, magna cum laude. Casey Mick, magna cum laude. Alexis Miller. Megan Mingy, magna cum laude. Helena Molesky, magna cum laude. Jacob Morales. Spencer Morris. Alexa Murray, cum laude. Jessica Naylor, magna cum laude. Michaela Nelson, summa cum laude. Alexis Ostrander. Dante Pedrati. Noah Penrose, magna cum laude. Rachel Phillips Horosky. Hope Plega, magna cum laude. Jamie Pompier. Caitlin Quinn. Taylor Ragusit, magna cum laude. I did that twice. Rachel Ramsey. Ross Ray. Cameron Ruffett. Hannah Ritter, cum laude. Emma Roach, cum laude. Shannon Robert. Riley Robinson, cum laude. Gabriel Russell, summa cum laude. Rose Schoffer, cum laude. Ezekiel Schultz. Ava Shahoyan. Daniel Shovels, magna cum laude. Sam Shuderik. Sarah Simpson, cum laude. Catherine Smith, magna cum laude. Grace Solorzano, summa cum laude. Joseph Stahlbaum, summa cum laude. Alicia Stain, magna cum laude. Kristen Steinauer, magna cum laude. Cassie Stitzman. Sarah Stovern. Madison Strachan, magna cum laude. Jonathan Sweeney, cum laude. Eli Tunas, magna cum laude. Megan Tarsia. Jane Taylor, cum laude. Madison Tourville. Sarah Vandenbosch, magna cum laude. Matthew Wagner, cum laude. Vadon Wagnitz, cum laude. Jenna Walton, magna cum laude. McKaylee Whedon. Evan Wilt. Nathaniel Wisling. Caitlin Younglove, summa cum laude. College of Business, Associate of Business, Sean Amacher. Rylan Bawariak. Tristan Holman. Blake Howard. Evan Jones. William Marth, high honor. Bachelor of Science, Noah Ballard. Jacob Betema. Bridget Bowser, magna cum laude. Celinda Brunswick, summa cum laude. William Cook, summa cum laude. Olivia Foytek. Travis Garvey, magna cum laude. Louis Goff, summa cum laude. Stephen Grigorite, cum laude. Alexandra Hagan, summa cum laude. Anthony Harrington. Jackson Herson. Jaden Jokala, cum laude. Zachary Keene. Megan Kirby, cum laude. Ainsley Kirk, cum laude. Kaylee Lemire. Amber Luft. Christopher Matson. Isabella McCabe. Sunny Mithun. Aliyah Ponsetong. Katie Pullen, cum laude. Nicholas Ramos. Carson Ruckus, cum laude. Emma Rue, cum laude. Nicholas Schmidt. Mark Shank, Jr. Peyton Smith. Ian Steinauer. Jake Strange. Michael Sundberg. Garrett Swan, cum laude. Caleb Teeples, summa cum laude. Colton Thompson. Alyssa Verba, magna cum laude. Quadina Verez. Alexis Walther. Justin Wank. James Werwey. Jamie Whitney, magna cum laude. Corey Young. College of Health Sciences and Professional Studies, Associate of Applied Science, Skylar Gray. Yesenius Rio. Joanne Zepatowski. Leah Thompson. Associate of Science, Riley Dielman, honor. Olivia Hare. Ian Parkinen. Casey Parati. Nathan Velmer. Bachelor of Arts, Marina Curtis, summa cum laude. Alexandria Salinas, magna cum laude. Bachelor of Science, Anthony Acosta. Nasim Ahmad, summa cum laude. Lily Albro, cum laude. Daniel Allenson. Morgan Anderson, cum laude. Heather Berry. Ella Bates, summa cum laude. Andrew Beckley. Jenna Beers. Harley Byer, cum laude. Catherine Bourne. Caden Clausen. Ashley Collar. Samantha Coyne, magna cum laude. Amelia Kripe. Gregory Dowd. Elizabeth Firak, cum laude. Lauren Goodman. Matt Goodman. Dana Gorski, magna cum laude. Tyler Grant. Elisa Anna Maldonado. Leif Gustafson, magna cum laude. Timothy Haswell, cum laude. Ashley Herkman, summa cum laude. Haley Jaworski, cum laude. Josephine Johnston, cum laude. Maxwell Kernigas. Maya King. Claire Kintop, summa cum laude. Tori Kunze, cum laude. Katie LaRock, cum laude. Laura Lahtinen, summa cum laude. Ethan Lakoski. Katie Lapshin, magna cum laude. Andrew Legault. Stephanie Lewis, summa cum laude. Ethan Libertoski, summa cum laude. Jenna Linton. Nicole Lubes, cum laude. Dylan Makala, magna cum laude. Levi Matthews, magna cum laude. Austin Mattingly, summa cum laude. Wesley Meckstroth. Sergeant Darla Mensch. Claire Moody, cum laude. Lisa Myers, summa cum laude. Grace Norman. Emma Olt, cum laude. Samuel Parker. Susan Patty, cum laude. Elizabeth Pierce. Andrew Pershinsky, summa cum laude. Jay Pierzynski, cum laude. Sarah Quayle, cum laude. Matthew Radcliffe, cum laude. Emily Rose Riwa. Diego Romero. Leah Root, magna cum laude. Mia Rukoba. Mackenzie Ryan, cum laude. Henry Seymour. Daniel Sickles. Ariana Spricks, summa cum laude. Gavin Sundberg. Jazz Tags. Tierra Taylor. Hannah Thetford, summa cum laude. Alexandra Thompson. Perry Tinholt. Emma Van Orsdell. Annabelle Vega Perez. Lauren Verba. Jordan Weber, magna cum laude. Kylie Wickstrom, cum laude. Laura Ilitello, magna cum laude. Carly Yan, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Renessa Atkinson, cum laude. Madison Belko. Elizabeth Banco. Micah Benjamin, cum laude. Kaylee Barant. Dog Bauer. Riley Briggs. Jonathan Bussey. Katie Campbell. Anna Christensen, summa cum laude. Peyton Cole, cum laude. Savannah Crace. Anna Maria Dion. Hannah Drummond. Isabella Galvez, magna cum laude. Susanna Gwynn, magna cum laude. Sophia Hayden, cum laude. Angie Highstead, summa cum laude. Phelan Hoffman. Emily Kelly, summa cum laude. Carrie Kent, summa cum laude. Michaela Kinnear. Lily Cruz. Ella Larson. Emma Mackey. Abby Moore. Morgan Murphy. Aiden Nutter. Brianna Olson, magna cum laude. Nicole Prast, summa cum laude. Sierra Price, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Rhodes. Grace Roland, magna cum laude. Morgan Roman. Abby Rosser, cum laude. Pearl Seaman. Ella Shope. Kaya Staley. Emily Stoddard, cum laude. Joseph Tennant, cum laude. Olivia Thompson. Christy Van Wagener, summa cum laude. Anna Vanderkoy, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Social Work, Natalie Williard, summa cum laude. College of Technology and Occupational Sciences, Certificate, Jaden Briggs. Tyler Graves. Travis Johnson. Kendra Schwemmen. Dennis Tuzanaw. Associate of Applied Science, Ashton Domboski. Spencer Harvela. Cheyenne Holcomb, honor. Nicholas Lanfear. Richard Munson, honor. Nolan Schaefer. Cole Skyver. Luke Mead. Bachelor of Science, Christopher Aguilar. Aaron Gaigela, cum laude. Luca Geminangi. Daniel Giddings, magna cum laude. Alexa Gravidoni. Jet Harris. River Jeanette. Colin Panyard. Justin Peak, cum laude. Michael Rafalco. Jared Romatz, cum laude. Sam Sagan. Hunter Seletsky. Mitchell Turner. And rounding out the group, Charles Whistler.
Now that we've got everyone seated again, one more time, let's give these graduates a big round of applause. You did it. You did it. I'd like to thank Dr. Steve Riley. I think it's your first commencement ceremony, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you to Dr. Steve Riley and the commencement band. To the Teal Lake Singers, to our vocalist, Miss Cassidy Bush. Also, big thanks for their part in the commencement program today. And I'd also like to thank the NMU TV staff for their coverage of the program. This part always boggles my mind. As of this commencement, Northern Michigan University has conferred more than 84,000 degrees. Our graduates have taken their places in a variety of successful professional endeavors. They reflect the high expectation we have for NMU graduates to become leaders and contributors in their community and across the country. Graduates, this is your day, and you have every single right to be proud. We wish you every success in the future. Make a difference, lead like a wildcat, and lead a meaningful life. As we prepare to conclude our ceremony, we ask members of the audience to remain seated until the platform party, faculty, and graduates have left the commencement area. Thank you for attending this commencement ceremony, for your support of Northern Michigan University students, and we invite you all to join us for an informal reception in the Northern Center ballrooms immediately following the ceremony. Graduates, congratulations. I now welcome you as part of the Northern Michigan University alumni family, and your first responsibility as a member of the alumni family is to join our vocalist in leading the singing of our alma mater, Northern Pride. The words are printed in your program. One more time, congratulations to our graduates.
Snow-capped ridges, forest floors, crashing waves on rocky shores, home of Anishinaabe tribes, our alma mater stands with pride. thank you for attending today's commencement ceremony.
Coverage of the 2024 mid-year commencement exercises was produced through the facilities of WNMU TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.